So let's have a talk about the weather here in Springfield, Missouri, because it's a huge topic. Let's go! Hey, my name is Jesse Weiser and I'm a local realtor here in Springfield, Missouri, and here is everything you need to know about the weather in Springfield. Now, why exactly are we doing a video like this? Well, we've had quite a few questions about this coming from our clients and people that we talk to every day that are curious about what it's like to live here. This video is for you guys. But before we get into it, please press that like button and leave us a comment down below. We are going to talk about weather as if you know nothing about it. So if you already know how to live in some of these severe living conditions, just check out the chapter markers in the description to get the information you need. You're welcome. So the weather. We talk about it a lot because we are Midwesterns. And we joke about that because it's something we talk about so much. It's an endless cycle, and if you have a conversation with someone and have nothing to say, you can bet that this will be the topic that comes up. Hey man, how's the weather? So why are we so obsessed about weather? I'm not sure, but it's in our blood. It's in our genes! We talk about the weather here in the Midwest. Here's a one-line summary of what you need to know though. You never know what you could get in Springfield weather-wise. One day it may be hot, cold, thunderstorm, tornadoes, hail, sleet, all in one day. Now this isn't every day it happens, but it has happened. It's not so uncommon to have a day in December that's 70, 80 degrees, or to get a couple of inches of snow here in May. Just be sure that whenever you go, bring a jacket just in case, and maybe some light clothes for backup. Just stash it in your car. One thing unique to Springfield is that we live in just the right spot. Springfield is on a plateau and it actually is known to split storms. If you don't believe me, check out the elevation in this chart of America. All of the middle of the US is normally more flat, and then boom! You have this area right here that's elevated. Just so you know, this is the Ozark Hills. You can definitely see the change with this one and the rest of the state. We live in this area right here. So the way it works is that the wind comes from the Alaskan plains to LA. Let me be a meteorologist right now. Down to Texas, and then swoops up, and we get hit by storms in the Midwest in general. So if you live in the northeast side of Springfield, we live on the highest point. Usually the elevation has split the worst of the weather coming our way. You see more tornadoes in Joplin because it's all flat, lesser elevation than here in Springfield. Isn't that interesting? That is science right there, people. That's just one more way that Springfield is the jackpot area. Now, when it comes to the different seasons, temperatures can vary. The highest recorded temperature in our history was 113 degrees, which occurred on July 14th, 1954. And the lowest recorded temperature is negative 22 degrees Fahrenheit, which occurred on February 13th, 1905. So it can be pretty extreme, but this is not usually the case. On average, the temperature typically varies from 26 degrees Fahrenheit to 89 degrees Fahrenheit and is rarely below 9 degrees or above 97 degrees. The hottest month is July. It has an average high of 88 degrees and low of 69 degrees. And the coldest month is January, with an average low of 26 degrees and a high of 44 degrees. So wherever you may come from, you can compare those temperatures. We also get about 45 inches of rain per year, while the US average is 38 inches of rain. That's a lot of rain. There are also on average 210 sunny days per year in Springfield, while the US average is 205 sunny days. So not too different from other states. We also get an average of 14 inches of snow per year, while the US average is 28 inches of snow per year. So not as much as most areas. Now we move on to what everyone from the West and East Coast are afraid of. The nightmare of Wizard of Oz after the Wicked Witch herself. Tornadoes. Now let me tell you, from those of us who live here, we aren't afraid of them for some reason. In fact, a large number of Missourians will go out on the front porch to try to watch tornadoes on the horizon. Then move inside if things get close to them. Sometimes, depends how crazy that man is, or woman, but mostly man around here. I've never seen one with my own eyes, 30 whole years in the making. That doesn't mean they haven't happened here, I just haven't witnessed one myself. However, that's not to say you shouldn't take them seriously. They are a serious matter, but most storms aren't life-threatening. This is just my experience with them. Now, to ensure your safety, the best way to combat tornadoes would be to have a basement home That's the easiest way. But if you don't have that, you'll have to find a place in your home that is the most centered area in your house that doesn't have windows. Usually that will be a closet, something small. Let's say that you don't feel like this is enough though, that's okay, because guess what? You could purchase tornado shelters and put them in your garage. Or there are companies that can install them in your garage for you. Companies like Red Zone Storm Shelters, F5 Storm Shelters, and Family Safe Storm Shelters. There are some options for you. We had a client who ended up using F5 Storm Shelters and said their experience was fantastic. The shelter was $5,100 and the installation was $2,400. Ended up being a total of $7,500. There are also FEMA shelters that you can go to in case of an emergency. We will link some places to find these in Springfield below, and we were able to easily find more FEMA shelters in the surrounding areas like Clever, Licking, and Nixon. The city of Springfield will also test sirens on the first Wednesday of every month at 10 a.m. Unless it's actually storming outside, just so there's no confusion. There are also plenty of resources to get help in case of something happening to your home. We'll be linking them below for you as well. Now we are moving on to other types of storms. We very commonly get thunderstorms in the area, to which they recommend just staying indoors. One way to receive notifications is by our local weather channel, KY3. The place to be. And you don't even need cable for that. You hear that, young people? You don't need cable. You can just get the app and it will keep you updated on all things weather in Springfield. You'll also get notifications saying, Meteorologist Ron Hurst, lightning has been detected in your area.
I'm First Alert Chief Meteorologist Ron Hurst. A lightning warning has been issued for your area.
KY3 serves a large portion of southwest Missouri, and you will find the station over on West Sunshine Street. Again, we will put some links below so you can get the information on that. We also get hail from time to time. You're probably thinking, Jesse, wouldn't that damage my roof? Yes it would. You really can't get away from it though, but I know what you're thinking. Oh, hell no! The insurance companies know that hail happens here a lot, so insurance is a little bit more expensive because the insurance companies have to insure the roofs that get hammered all the time by hail. Now, one way I have seen to save a good chunk of change on your insurance premiums is to get whatever you want on your deductible, but when it comes to your roof, raise that deductible double or 3 times what your normal deductible is. Your insurance will come down a good chunk if you do that. Take my word for it, we have all of our policies like that for our rental homes and personal homes, and it has saved us lots of money over time. Now, if you do have to do a roof claim, kind of stinks paying that high deductible, but I have also saved a lot of money in the meantime. So what are some other ways to take care of your home? Maintenance on your home is crucial around here, like cleaning out your gutters and adding gutter extensions so that the water flows away from your foundation. I would also be checking periodically for the amount of moisture under your home, whether you have a sump pump, vapor barrier, or other means to keep it dry underneath and to prevent you from a lot of issues down the road. Standing water is not a good thing. It can lead to fungal growth, foundation issues, and a lot more problems down the road. Also, shameless plug, we also own a company called Wiser Living Services. That is a company that helps homeowners maintain their homes through the year, like changing air filters quarterly, cleaning out your dryer vents, and a lot more. If you're interested, let us know. We'd love to help you guys. And if you mention you heard about this on YouTube, we will give you our special rate. Also, the thing we do around here that depends on the temperature is open and close the vents leading to the crawl space in our homes. We have a lot of crawl space homes around here instead of slab homes, so whenever the lowest temperature is an average of 40 degrees in the spring, you open the crawl space vents. In the fall, when the temperature gets below 40 degrees on average, you would close the crawl space vents. This helps keep humidity from underneath the home in the summer and keeps the pipes from freezing in the winter. We don't want any broken pipes, do we? That's bad. That's bad. So here's where this may take an unexpected turn. Something not so serious, but it is serious once you come here and you're not used to it, is the humidity. Yes, one thing that may take you by surprise is the amount of humidity there is in the Ozarks. It feels similar to a wet blanket for some reason. That may be an exaggeration, but once you do get used to it, you don't really notice it. We've had people come and say it's a lot for them, especially on their hair. It's all good. So let's cool down and talk about some snow and ice. You know, I love joking about that ice storm of 2007. We remember quite a bit from this time. We were out of electricity for 13 whole days. I don't like to think about it. But if you move here, you'll have to shovel your driveway and possibly throw down some salt every once in a while. When it comes to clearing the roads, the Missouri Department of Transportation, or MoDOT is what we say, and the counties are a little bit different. MoDOT will only do interstates and state highways, while the Greene County will do all the county roads and stuff like that. Springfield, city of Springfield, and other cities, usually these services will go out the night before, and by the morning it will be all cleared off. How cool is that? There are sometimes we get a bad ice storm and snow, and they usually can't get it all cleared in one night. Therefore, a lot of schools and businesses will be closed the next day. These services do a great job to keep these roads cleared off within 24 hours most of the time. Sometimes they don't. How about how to drive on icy roads? Well, number one, you shouldn't be driving on icy roads. That's just the best it's just the best advice right there. But if you have to, then the first thing you want is a bigger vehicle like an SUV with 4x4. Well, let's talk about Faith, who works here at Wiser Living. She drives a little go-kart car. It's a car, but it's about the same size as the go-kart. Picture for reference. Don't be like Faith. And usually that size of car always slides all over the roads. You need a big vehicle for your protection, but also because braking with more weight is more effective and prevents a lot of those accidents from taking place. When you come up to a traffic light, you'll want to start braking way in advance, almost 4 times the amount that you would normally do. Unless you're one of those last minute breakers, you know who you are, then it's more like 20 times the normal distance you normally have to brake. But in reality, just stay home if you can. I hope you enjoy learning some about the weather in Springfield, Missouri. We will put down lots of resources below. Hopefully, if you are nervous about certain weather, like tornadoes and such, this video gave you more comfort. And if you have any more questions about what the conditions of living here are and are curious, we want to be able to answer these questions. Please comment everything, reach out to us, text us, right down below. But hey, don't go around without hitting that subscribe button and like us, because we gotta go watch some tornadoes right now. Bye!